スキャン中。被験者の身元判明。
Hey. Nicole's the name. Leading the Exiles is my game. Due to her poor leadership skills, Masha was voted out by the Directorate. It wasn't just one thing. It was her entire approach. We figured that it would be better that someone else would lead the Exiles. She stormed off into her room, only to be seen a few days later at work. She refuses to speak to us anymore and has gotten rather flighty with her actions lately. We're keeping an eye on her, just in case she does something drastic. Not exactly. The structure of the Institute Exiles is now being rethought by the Directorate. In the meantime, I am taking Masha's place. I can answer that once we finish the introductions. That's because I was on the surface, watching for any changes for the Raider situation. When it all fell apart, though, I came back here and was reassigned to be your boss. I plan to isolate the Exiles from the surface for good. Alright. Moving on, there's been a lot of requests for us to start providing pre-war meat. The first step is to use what we have, and that is the genetic code for synth gorillas. According to my research, if we can load this holotape onto the replicator in Safari Adventure, we can have a reliable supply of gorilla meat. Yes, I can confirm that it is the case. We tested it ourselves. People did eat gorillas pre-war too, you know. Plus, I don't think we have much of a choice right now. It will take time for us to create synth pigs and cows. Perfect. I'm expecting a report when it's done. Say, if you need someone to watch your back, I can come along with you. Just say the word.
未確認の存在をスキャン中。問題ありません。
Who's there? Just when I was getting bored.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, the daily duel of Nuka Night, Coca-Cola Dark Night, has been postponed until further notice.
Kill that fucker. I just want to see how nice you bleed. made me filthy horny.
Floors for Star Control are now full for the day. Please speak to a park
I constantly get the
Konnichiwa.
You've set up the gorilla factory. For that, I thank you. Unfortunately, we don't have time to celebrate, because while you were away, Masha locked herself in her room. Again. If you can work things out with her, that would be ideal. But, if she does become nasty, I won't berate you for using violence.
フルパワーで稼働中。報告すべきことはありません。
Save your breath. I'm not coming out, and that's the end of this discussion. What is there to discuss? You all deem me a poor leader, even though I've done my hardest to make the Exiles thrive. I don't just do whatever I want. Everything that I do is right for the Exiles. Fine. I admit to that mistake. Tell Nicole that I'm leaving the Exiles. I'm sure any place would be lucky to have me, and I won't have to deal with these politics anymore.
Glad you managed to convince Masha to stand down. I'm so glad that Masha isn't going to disrupt our operations anymore.
Hey.
We've been running on emergency power for too long. It's about time something was done. I've been researching into potential solutions, and we found a power source in Nuka-World. Unfortunately, it's going to be really difficult to connect its power to our bunker, as someone already owns it. But, if you gain her trust, the rest is a cakewalk. Any questions? Her name's Erica. She has lived near the reservoir for already a few years. Exactly. All right, I'll be expecting a report when it's done.
Just imagine all the hidden animal life in all this water.
Hello, fellow traveler. Are you lost? I get that a lot. Far less people nowadays know how to fix the ruined buildings. Over time, they adapted to the temperatures of sleeping in the open air. That's my theory, anyway. This is North Point Reservoir. It used to be a small fishing town before the bombs fell. The dam must have powered the homes here, but it's been out of operation for the past 200 years. Is that so? I do know how to have the dam back in operation, but I don't trust you enough to reveal that sort of information. If you do a favor for me, I will help you to use the dam to its potential. What do you say? Why do you expect me to care about the Exiles after they kicked me out like I was a stray dog? Is that so? I do know how to have the dam back in operation, but I don't trust you enough. If you do a favor for me. Before I set out to live here, I used to be a trader. It didn't last very long when the raiders insisted that I get no sleep. I managed to grab all of my stuff in Cappy's cafe except my locket. If you could find it, I'd be grateful.
You interested in coming to work for me? I have a good spot. You could set up shop.
All right, I guess. Right. You're the boss.
This is a message from your former slave, Erica. Right, Raiders. I've had enough of not having enough sleep. You lost me as your slave. I managed to get the shock collar off and run for the hills. Best of luck sweeping the floor now.
Only 5 downtown.
Primary combat target complete.
Fucking vermin.
You finally
Contact
took care of
detected.
that. Thank you.
Possibly.
I'm forever in your debt. If you want to find out more about me, go right ahead. And you can use the dam for your own needs. So if you want to get to know me better, I'm all ears. Or we could start traveling together now, if you want. All right, shoot. I got exiled from the Institute Exiles for a crime I didn't commit. So I ended up being enslaved by the Raiders, but they insisted on me not having any sleep. Then I escaped and ended up at North Point Reservoir. Maybe you can do something about it. I suspect my sister Daisy was responsible for stealing Masha's locket. If you can find evidence for it, I'd highly appreciate it. All I need you to do is to go into Masha's terminal and find out the truth. Report back to me, and that is that. Please don't try to engage with my enemies or arouse suspicion. I'm just curious about my suspicions.
I want you in my wigwam. You're just the
Our future's looking bright.
I'm so happy that we can finally play to our heart's content. I think I'm dreaming.
Full power で稼働中。状況報告。全機能正常。
Well done. I'm impressed with you. Here's some caps for a reward. Once you're ready, I have more duties. Alright, your next step is to... Wait. Did you hear that? The traitors. They're attacking. Please, deal with it. Showtime!
痛ましい出来事です。スキャンシステム以上は殺さなければなりません。
Easy kills.
敵を検知したありえなくはない。生体反応なし。
Not sure what your intentions are, but you know, no red flags yet. And no green ones either, come to think of it.
Francesca speaking. You are to invade the Exiles and blow them up, using the attached pulse charge. If you do this, you're going to be rewarded with a lot of caps. If you don't come back. I'll be expecting a full report once it's done, and for pity's sake, erase this tape once you're done.
Full power で稼働中。こんにちは。
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Say, it is rather strange that the traitors would attack us. Let me see that holotape. Knew that it was all Francesca's fault. We need to confront her, straight away.
報告すべきことはありません。未確認の存在をスキャン中。
Excuse me.
問題ありません。
You found a holotape. Let me see that. Knew that it was all Francesca's fault. We need to confront her, straight away. I'll go there myself, if you don't mind. I'll catch up with you later.
全システム異常ありません。状況報告。全機能正常。
Hey there.
So it was true. Masha really did set me up. Thank you. At least I know now. You see, about that, if someone else helped me, I would have asked to present my case and come back home. Yes, you're spot on. Believe me, it happened so fast that I'm pretty shocked myself. You are? You don't know how happy you made me by saying that. You know, I was searching for love back in the Institute, but I gave up on the idea not soon after I began my search. And it hits me in an unexpected time. I'm so happy that I found my love at last. Enough rambling from me. Let's get a move on, babe.
So, what is it that visitors actually did here all day? Other than spend their money on trinkets and rides. Vault elevators are like tombs inside a tomb. Fuck.
Good, you're here. Francesca locked herself in her room. I'm not a hacker, nor am I good with lockpicking, so you'd have to get to her by yourself.
Is there some more duct tape over there?
Yes.
And done. You're pretty good at that.
Thank you for that. I have nothing else big for you to do, but if you're willing, I have some odd jobs for you. Thank you for everything. There you are. I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me. The Exiles and I really appreciate it. You've been a great friend to me, and I hope we will continue to work together. Right, you want a romance with yours truly. Uh-huh. I do admit, I have been feeling the same way. But why me? Surely there are others who aren't as weird as me. Glad to hear it. You know, I never thought I'd see the day when someone asked me out. Been too busy with work to even think about relationships. And there's definitely something special about you that I just can't put my finger on. So let's give it a go and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? All the important stuff has been done. There are a few regular odd jobs that you can help me with. Just say the word. See you around. Say, if you want me to travel with you, or you want some odd jobs, just say the word.
Hey there.
While you were gone, I was able to install a power supply which feeds straight off the dam. Now, we are going to close ourselves from the surface and be self-sufficient. Thank you for everything. You will always be welcome here in the Exiles.
Hey there.
Yes, babe. Go ahead. The Institute, contrary to popular belief, has a strategy which takes into account their potential demise. Masha kept bothering the Directorate about things she was unhappy about. So, as a way to get rid of her, they sent her to create a backup location far away from the original site. They really expected that she would die out there, and weren't really serious about it at first. We all volunteered to come with her. The Institute gladly complied with our request. Much to the Institute's surprise, some of us managed to make it. That's our history in a nutshell, basically. The Institute always tested their technical advancements on unwilling civilians, so we must do the same. Why only raiders? Well, ordinary civilians are our customers, and kidnapping them is a conflict of interest. Partly because we didn't agree with the original Institute's methods, and partly because they wanted us to set up a backup location. Masha wanted the Exiles to be a business, and the traders are our link to the surface's caps. We actually don't. We have power issues, although it may not look like it. This dark lighting is only because we have a choice between power cuts or emergency lighting. We chose the emergency lighting. The Hubologists are interested in a UFO ride, which is very close to where we teleport out. We don't know what these lunatics are capable of. All it would take is a handful of caps from the raiders, and we would be dead. Not at all. We call ourselves the Exiles, mainly as a form of rebellion against the original Institute. But in reality, the Institute knows about us and wants us to keep running a backup facility, just in case the original Institute dies. All right.